Hey guys, can you hear me alright? Is it too loud? Not loud enough. I think it should be just perfect. Let's make sure that the audio is also connected well, yeah. Welcome back to our hello there. Welcome back to our Muscovy campaign. I think we are about to start the next session. 1422, so we'll definitely reach 1444 today. Having different borders than in EU4. And ourselves as Muscovy obviously heading towards forming Russia. I probably want to do it by the end of this century. I think we need like 550 provinces for that, locations. Yeah, we just have to go south and annex more of the subjects, which is I think even ongoing. If we go to our diplomacy, it's always annexing one of the subjects. It's hard to show you that on the UI. Once we open the game, I guess we'll see that. It is a scaling time, I think. Scaling time, just look how our base tech started increasing just before the end of the previous session. And so is the amount of the troops, so is our proximity and control. We'll continue improving that, mostly by urbanizing. These plants are so poor. Oh boy, we are gonna make it better over time. I think we've got almost everyone. Let's look at the players. The Netherlands is missing. But outside of that, I think we've got everyone. Yeah, it looks like it. I think by the end of the session, we got this lands. I have to remember to release a subject here, or feed it to Viatka, but I think it's just a subject. Should be good enough. And we are fighting Perm, right. They stack wiped us because of the lack of food, no morale. So we get Perm and we start colonizing the gold and iron mines. That should be definitely focus for today as well, to start colonization. So the next episode we start going towards getting a city there, but that's not gonna be an easy job, especially when you have 2 cabinet members like we do. Monarchy. Oh, I think we've got everyone now. Yeah, looks like we can start. Let me make sure to join the voice channel as well. Co, kochanie? Chciałaś na streama przyjść?
Nie.
Co chcesz? Taśmę? To bierz taśmę. Zamknij drzwi tylko. That was my daughter, sorry.
Co?
I prefer the political map mode over the player's map mode a lot. The player's map mode is honestly just unreadable with these stripes, especially when you have color like we do. You can barely see it. It's much better just this way, because you can clearly see where the subjects are. I'm wondering if you're waiting for anyone. That it's not starting yet. From players map mode, it seems like we've got each of the players. Ivan Habibi is back. So yeah, thanks for following. Hello there. Oh, yeah, it is starting. Before the session, I actually took a few minutes to take a look what are important events that we should make sure to get in this session. And there are 2 really good events. I will show you them after the Perm War. Yeah, I just wanted to ask how stable it has been, but if you're just starting, might be a bit premature. Well, it's 1422, right? So we've played 85 years. No problems with stability. Why would I have them? I mean, the biggest issue with Muscovy is how poor this region is, how little urban locations you have, and there's an out of sync. Oh boy. So that's the biggest issue I'm trying to fix. Because if you don't have nobles, if you don't have burghers, if you don't have clergy, and for that the main source of that are urban locations. If you don't have them, there's no demands for the good. If there's no demands for the good, even if you produce them,
Leave restart.
aren't we rehosting?
Rehost. Are you drunk?
That's what we discussed previously, right? That hotchains don't work.
I don't remember that.
That the hotchains don't work.
Well, I guess let's rehost. I guess. Fuck it.
I think that might be easier. Ah, you just ask for the game stability. Here's the thing. This campaign is really unstable. Just like you see here. Just we unpause and there's a desync. There's a lot of desyncs, there's a lot of rehosts. But we still play 35 to 40 years per session. Because we play the daily ticks mod. Look. We've got the faster universalis and we have the daily tick sub mod. So thanks to that, we still play a lot of years. We have 1422 after 3 sessions. So 85 years. That's almost 30 years per session. I think the first session was slower. Then I've played 30 few in the second. And I think that last session was like 33, 35 years. So with each session it is faster. Instead of saying, yeah. Yeah, let's rehost then. Oh, did I restart my game? I think I did, right? Oh, there's the server. Let's join it. And really, I'm like 30 few years per session was even a decent result for EU4. But without many things, it's just speed 3 in EU5. If with this mod in EU5 is much faster than speed 3 in EU4 actually. And as I just told to my host, it seems that their resyncs and hot joins don't really work. There's the same issue often in EU4 that people very shortly desync again. That's why we decided to rehost instead. Let's see if it works this time. So while it is loading, you can see in the chat a message that we have a map store. So we're printing high quality maps on a cotton canvas paper. It's not an ad of someone, it's a promotion. This is my and my wife's store that we started recently. We actually just, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, we printed map number 100. So we have some experience already. Let me show you the map that I printed today for a customer from Poland. Look at this. This is Poland. It's gonna be in this part. This is Poland. In the interwar period. So, and you see this is political borders, but most important part of this map is the wildlife. So if I get closer, you can take a look. So there are regional symbols, and there's a siren for Warsaw, there's a dragon from Krakow, there's bisons and other stuff that is like important for various regions. And that map was actually created for I don't remember the exact name, like World's Fair in New York from 1938, so just before the war started. And this map has some barely visible symbols of like, kind of like slightly attacking the Nazis and the communists on the borders with Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union. And because of that, actually, Poland was asked to withdraw this map from the fair. So it was never actually showed to public in this fair in the New York. And yeah, as you see in the chat, for the duration of life, we are usually turning on an extra discount. Like there's a discount, for example, for YouTube viewers that I'm always showing for 10% Ulm, and it's always available. This discount live is giving you 20% off, so that's the highest that I can actually get on the website. I think everyone joined. It's just a matter of loading. We also have some maps that we drew ourselves. I can show you later. 1337 map, 1444 map of Europe, and I'm actually also finalizing a world map of 1444. I think I'm showing you that every week. What's the progress? Like the last week, like the political borders were done. I think half of the names of the countries were done. I can show you the latest update where I am. Because the country names are done, I need to add now the sea names, and I started slowly working also what's outside of the map, because the wide itself is very wide, and you saw the shape of the map that I showed you. It's not that wide. It's like the width to height is like 1.5, the resolution. So that's why we add the extra element. Let me show you that. Share the entire screen. That's what I have. Like, that's the entire words map. If you scroll to this, you can see how it looks. Below the map, I already have every single flag of nation that exists in 1444 on the map. Obviously, that's a draft for now. We also need some cool title. We need some backgrounds, and then also, obviously, as mentioned, the sea names. I'm also thinking about doing simplified terrain, where the terrain is just dark gray and the seas are blue. But I also have an option to do it slightly differently. I think I don't have it in that file. Let me show you the other file when I have this draft. Because I could also show more of terrain and more of the sea instead of making it all the same color. I'll most likely, when we add it to the story, just make it as a variant option, so the people can choose which type they prefer. Because I assume the preference will be split. Okay, it didn't start yet, right? Yeah. Let me show you how it looks. These are big files. Yeah, so you see, these are the seas. This is the land. That's an alternative how it could look. I was just thinking about maybe making the seas a bit different colors. That's still something that I'm testing and asking my wife for opinion what she thinks. I think that's a nice alternative, like simplified versus showing more of the terrain on the map. But that's work in progress. I'm hoping to finish it by the end of this week. Come on, speed up this rehost. I started playing around with some cartography programs. Like last week, we added to website Political Map of Europe. I'm actually planning to also work in the future, like modern maps of specific countries. You know, like the most popular ones for the store, like Poland, United States, Netherlands, Germany, etc. It's actually quite fun to work with. But not as fun as playing the syncing in the game. Insta desync. Oh boy. That's gonna be a fun session. Habibi's connection might also not be the best. Let's me double check what was the border agreement between me and Lithuania, just so I make sure that take the right provinces. Masalsk. Okay. Okay. So looks like everything that is left from Smolensk is going to us, plus these two provinces from Bryansk. That we can take next by, but obviously now the priority is Permlands and getting to colonize the gold mines and iron mines. That would be the only good RGOs that we'll be having, well, besides wool next to the capital. That's what surprised me the most. Russia is so poor in the goods. Like, everywhere you find some iron, some saffron, some salt. We have one salt as well. You find some gold, some silver, but not in Russia. There's absolutely nothing here. The biggest RGOs that I'm having is this wool locations. Look, if I look at the tax base, that's the capital. These are the wool locations. I think from these three, two of them are also wool. And then this is a city. Yeah, it's really poor around here. But that's improving. You see there's more and more yellow as we urbanize as well. There's just, from the starting, I think just Muscovy and Tver were cities, and there's maybe one urban locations like in Yaroslav or something. Everything else I had to create myself. Probably also Nizhny Novgorod was a town. Maybe Vladimir, that's not much more. That's what we call the Eastern European experience. It's the same pain that Lithuania is having with similar tax base, and that's the same pain that Sweden is having. Well, they're not technically Eastern European, but they have the same experience. Not many people, not many towns. But we all scale at one point. Definitely us from the quantity of the locations that we'll be owning, but that also doesn't help early game, right? Because it's easier to get a lot of wealth and money from a few locations that are well developed versus a lot of locations that are not well developed because of the proximity. But that's also something that we're working on. Like, we created a governor in Novgorod that also gave us a nice boost to the economy. These borders, by the way, if you look at them, they kinda like Ming borders plus Manchuria. You see that? Like 1444 Ming. This is also a bit weird as well, but its shape, it seems similar. Oh my god, Habib is joining so slowly. Almost like he's gonna desync again. That's really unfortunate. Oh yeah, by development and population, we are almost there, okay? We've got 2 million people. It's also a shame we had I managed to convince 3 creators to join this campaign. One of them died, Lamberton Castile. Second one was struggling and also had issues with connection. That's Lemon Cake on Sicily, form 2 Sicilies. And then we got Habibi on the Ottomans that already had connection issues last session and had AI for half of it. Now he again has issues. Mocne wojsko. How are we with cores? I think we've got, yeah, most of the stuff cored. This will be released as a subject once we finish the war. I'll probably also take this lands directly for us because it's close to the capital. So the proximity should be able to spread, especially that there are some rivers. Think he joined? Let's go. On pause. Host. Why are you AFK? Go. Yeah, okay, it starts. I mean, the worst part that I don't know what to do with is the steps. Such a mess. Golden Horde is also in constant civil wars. But yeah, for now, let's deal with Perm. Hopefully I not get wiped, because by the time I reach this location, I lost most of my morale, as you could see. What's this? I could improve a cultural opinion of ours, so it doesn't take as much. Well, let's take a look. Novgorodian costs us just 0.13, and so is the Ryazanian. Odmurt could be a choice. I don't think so. Well, anyway, not have anything better in the next 4 decades. It might be worth it. Vespian. Yeah, I think we just do a Novgorodian to make it even cheaper. Don't we have a Wargle now? We do. What's their army? 1.8,000. That 1.8,000 is enough if you don't have morale. We have allies. Why do we have 500 characters? Are you playing in this campaign? You need to give me more background with that question. I think the most expected amount of the characters is currently with all the nerfs, so the quantity of it probably around 200. I don't have that many for sure, 106. Plus, I am pretty sure, unless they change it, is to take over characters of a nation that you annex. So that could be also a reason. Obviously, Diplonics. And for the allies, we don't have direct allies, but we have border agreement with Lithuania. And that's our border agreement. Plus I'll take Smolensk, plus I'll take this lands. And then just go, like, line goes down. That's our border agreement. Oh my god, I think I have to go province by province. So we lost entire morale. This is a truly Russian experience. Oh boy. By the time we reach there, we'll 0 morale. So if there was an army standing here, I would get wiped by reaching here. Well, yeah, we've got, I think, enough war score now. We got the war goal to peace out. The issue is I don't occupy this. We have to occupy it if we want to peace out. That might be an issue. How much time is gonna take? 10 days. If he's standing here, I'm likely to have an issue of morale by the time I arrive there. But now that we are out of winter, it's a bit better. Not much better, but better. Plus, nobody's standing here. Oh, his army is in here, so that's good. I should be able to peace out as soon as it is sieged. Plus, we're sieging faster than... Okay, he stopped. Awesome! Let's make sure to do this as well. Like, our money is finally at some decent level as well. Thanks to Novgorod. Peace out. Beautiful. I'll actually release Perm as a subject. We just disband the levies. And I think I actually have to rebuild my army. So the camp followers, because they died in the war. Do this, and then let's release Perm. How many fiefdoms and vassals we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vassals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fiefdoms. So we can create additional fiefdom. And we still have this land. I'll create a colonial charter soon. Maybe just continue the integration as well. Can I create a historical subject here? No, it needs to be custom. Let's create a custom one. I don't see a single reason to keep this land for us. I'm actually not sure if it's important for colonization, if I just need to border it by subject. So probably leave myself one location. If it works now, it will work with one location as well. Just so we're 100% sure, right, that we don't lose it. And then let's take a look at the goods. There's a gold mine in this province, and second, oh yeah, that's one of the 2 events I was mentioning to you guys. Let's just start this colonial chapter. Look, guys. Razjadny Prikaz. I just need to go into peace time to unlock it. It unlocks me a guarantee form that is free. That's the most important part. Gives me more levies. Gives me more satisfaction to the nobles, which is important if you want to fully tax them. And it gives more max tax for the burghers. This is so important. But it only grants me access, which means I will still have to pay stability to actually unlock it. Now, yeah, let's put our crown character on this stack. Okay. So the second event that I wanted to get, besides the Rozdiatny Prikaz, if you go to events, there's also what's called the Vestarium. I can get it for the next 56 years. I need to decrease my decentralization, and then I'll be able to unlock the Vastarium law, where we enact the administrative focus that gives me urban construction cost, but also mafia control and much less court spending. Like 20% is really a lot. So I'm actually gonna change this cousin in precast that I took forward just temporarily in the previous session. And I will start using it to just change the associated value towards centralization. But this is actually not changing at all with this change. I might need to change one of the laws, or maybe cancel one of the privileges to get there. Let me double check. Realme. Okay, what was changing these values? Cabinet influencing is changing it to vassal. Okay, that's the vassals. Plus market first. So that's the burghers privilege. But it's a very useful one for the prosperity. And in the itinerary court. Let's look, because there'll be often stuff to do here to get more centralization. I just need 10. And that's it. Gather road network. We need to just pass it. This is, as you know, not always the easiest. And I don't need to tax these guys. But let's wait, I might get an event to get it over 50. Because look, my value here is at 22. Okay, I need to decrease it by 12. But now that we have a parliament, it also automatically goes 0.10 towards centralization. So that's I'll take it by 1.2 towards the right number. Okay, anyway, turn it off, turn it off. We keep scaling. And we did start this colony, right? Yeah. So let it go. These guys are being annexed. I should start to annex a second subject. Starts annexation. It's not a good choice, to be honest. Alatri probably would be the best choice. I need to improve relations with them. Eventually the Gallic. No, I don't think any of these are actually worth now, besides the one that I'm annexing. So I might just use the diplomats to improve relations and simply not annex anyone. for the time being, because I don't have proximity to leverage these lands. Oh, there it goes. Brother Shannon. Happy Tuesday. C5, that's my favorite civilization, I think. It's a good choice. Okay, so it's now at -11. I need just an even to take it by another 1.5. I mean, I could technically, if you look at here, could technically revoke this privilege for a while, or maybe find a privilege that takes me towards centralization. That would be good enough. I'm not sure we have one. That's decent. Oh yeah. Oh no, that's decreased max tax for this guy. So how about no? That's also less tax. Nice. How about this guy? This. Oh yeah. Yes. 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 That's the best choice that I have to achieve what we're looking for. I just need to bring the centralization below 10. So if you go again to that event, you see we have less or equal to 10 decentralization. That's 11.5. I am enjoying EU5. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But overall, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, it has its issues. But that's what we discuss every week, aren't we? Oh yeah, that's another desync. Like, you know, what I think annoys me the most about EU5 is how often they change the balance. I don't mind new features, but how much the balance changes and how often, that's really annoying. Especially if the game is new and people are trying to learn it. Even for me, it's problematic, and I'm playing a lot. How much time I have in this game? Let me show you. I have 1.1 thousand hours. I know. Every patch, sometimes every sub patch, is a balance change. Very annoying. The beta patch, the most annoying thing for me was the merc spam, but they nerfed it already, so that's good. Is EU5 MP better? Better than what? When it was previously, even EU5, even EU4 MP? That's the very relative question. Relative. We have a lot of desyncs and out of free host. That was kind of an EU4 experience as well. But once we get it going, it's actually really fast, because we play a fast universalist mod that has a daily ticks mod, so there are no hours in the game. And for example, in the previous session we've played, I don't know, I think it was like around 35 years, even though we spent probably an hour and a half in the lobby on various desyncs and rehosts. So speed 3 with this mod is actually faster than speed 3 was in EU4. But if you ask me about features, how much balance the game is, EU4 MP was surely better. I just played probably 2,000 to 3,000 hours of EU4 MP, so I'm done with EU4 MP, at least for the time being. It's too much for me already. You know, big advantage of EU4 MP was also that it was like the community was very adult, which means we knew how to balance the game for MP. So we could use an MP mod that was making the experience very much matching the MP, unlike the vanilla, because vanilla MP is not really balanced. So that was a big advantage. We are not there with the community in EU5, especially that the EU5 community is also much smaller, because the game is not doing as good as EU4 was in the prime days. The rest of the money, we should get some more RGOs. Let's invest that, and we should get some more cities. I wanted more cities around Novgorod, but you need population for that. Is this a city already? It is not, but I'm investing in an RGO here. and is doing really well with these fiber crops. So it's not worth to create a city there. It also has fiber crops. That's a candidate, by the way, to get Byleaf. This is also iron crops. I think here I'll create the next town. We need more and more towns to create demand for the goods. How much does it cost? That's fairly cheap. We'll get it in 2 months. Thanks for following Z for Thought. Thank you. Do you think EU5 will ever be better than EU4? Well, that's a very relative question, because for some people, EU5 is already better. For some, EU4 will be always better. The question probably is when it will be better for overall community, right? I think it will be, surely, because Paradox is not going to abandon it like they abandoned it prior to Rome. That's one of the first, one of the most important titles in the entire company. So they surely will not abandon EU5, and if they don't, it will be better at one point. In some aspects, it is already better, but in most of the aspects, it is not yet, because it did not have how many years to develop on EU4 had? 11, I think, right? They stopped developing it after 11 years. I think the issue with EU5 is that the creator's Paradox was too ambitious. The motto of EU5 is be ambitious, because they created so many mechanics that are deeper than they are in EU4, and they started with so many features. I made that video at one point, right? How many paid EU4 features are in base EU5 game? Is that a request? No. Because of that, it's much harder to make these features proper because of the quantity of them and how deep they are. And it's much harder to balance them all around each other. And it's much harder to avoid bugs when you have so many features. And that's from where one of my issues with EU5 is coming, that they constantly rebalance it. And because they cannot find that right balance. When you have fewer mechanics, it's much easier to balance the game. When you have so many, harder. So it's not necessarily the classic Paradox, because the classic Paradox would be an empty shell without features. This game has a lot of features. They're just not great. Which does not necessarily mean that they wanted to release these features, half-baked. But yeah, it will be great at one point, for sure. For some people, it is already great in the EU4, as mentioned, but that's not the majority. Salad Spaghetti, thanks for following. Oh, I actually did not check. That's a good point. I have to check how many peasants we have there, but I think that location had like 12,000 population, so peasants will be enough. Question is how fast they will promote. I will take a look, thank you. I don't think they will add mission trees. They will be adding more historical events, which with the events previewer that I was using, it's kind of already like mission trees, just with the different UI, and you're not locked by having to go a certain path. Plus, they must add more and improve the situations. Because these situations, plus the events, these two together, probably will not agree with me, but in my opinion, these together have a bigger potential than the mission trees. They're not better than the EU4 mission trees. They're probably better than the mission trees 1.30 when they were released. Was it 1.30? I think it was 1.30 when they moved to the mission trees. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was 1.30. So that's another thing. That was 7 years after the game release when they added the mission trees to EU4. But they're definitely not better than the 2026 mission trees in EU4. But, okay, never say never, okay? I'm backing from my statement. That's very unlikely that they will add mission trees. Okay, everything might change. Like, you know, they were also saying that they will never add another start date. And Johan, a month or like 2 months ago, he said they most likely add another start date. Which is actually probably also another reason for the issues of the game. Because on paper, it's great that it starts in 1337. If you watch my old videos, you will find that I was always a fan of it. Because there's lots of things happening in that time, right? 100 Years War starting, we've got the Guelphs and Ghibellines being in the middle of it. You have the Delhi in Yuan dying. You have the Timur starting in a moment. You have some time towards the colonization and reformation. But on the other hand, everything that I mentioned is also making the game harder to create. I mean, not all of them, but you have to simulate Yuan falling, which is not easy as you see. You have to simulate Delhi falling, which is also not easy as you see. And the biggest issue I think for the players is that the game is also slow, especially on the worst devices. So they often get bored before they can start colonizing, before they can start doing the reformation, which were happening much faster in EU5, in EU4. And in EU4, people were also bored after 100, 200 years. Just 100 years into EU5, you don't do colonization and you don't have the reformation. That's why they are thinking about adding the next start date. They did not specify what it will be. I don't think it will be 1444 because it is challenging the game to have too many comparisons to EU4. I will be probably a fan of making a 1517 start date. So you have start the reformation immediately and you can actually colonize immediately and explore. I think a good example of well-done situation and well-balanced situation is the Rise of the Turks. That's a really good situation. Has a lot of mechanics, and actually, for the player, it simulates what the Ottomans did. Obviously, for the AI, slowly as well. Like on the current patch, if you play the AI-only game, Ottomans will actually, like 7 out of 10 games, they will unite Anatolia and usually also take the Balkans. It's still not, you know, they cannot beat Mamluks, but it is improving, right? You know, because we also have population system, it's also harder to balance the AIs because not all nations were deemed to succeed, right? You have Lithuania that starts on like marshes and very poor lands, and you have Kiev at the start date that's final armories. You have Kiev at the start game that has a lot of plains, has good RGOs, and most importantly, has very important rivers next to Kiev. And because of that, AI only Kiev will most likely kill AI only Lithuania. And now they have to, they have to add the modifiers between the two to simulate better that Lithuania actually expands in the south. Okay, let's not even armories. I think I should be unlocking. There's a gunsmith. Okay, let's build a few armories first. Probably I'll just spend all my money. It's not that much. But yeah, I was waiting for the armories. That's also a fairly big boost to the economy. To get the you know what? Let's make sure to build them around the capital. And you're saying about the fiber crops, right? That I was expanding 3 times. That's the laborers. Yeah, they will be missing. Let's maybe just expand it once instead. And that will be slowly improving. There's a lot of peasants to become laborers. That should give me more money for the armories. It's also gonna be easier to manage the demand for the goods if I create the armories only in the Moscow market. Because then I can just go to that market and say, okay, now that I'm building armories, the cloth will be more useful. Let's build a bit of cloth. Tanneries will be also more useful. So let's build some tanneries. Obviously, there will be even more demand once the armories are created. And you also have a point about not adding the start date. There are points for both. One, it will unlock a lot of players to play the game if they add it. though it's much harder to balance the game if you have two start dates. That will most likely mean you have more bugs. Do I want to start an Orthodox Synod? I think I do, because if you go to the cabinet proceedings, and there is research progress. Oh, there's also centralization for 10 years. Let's take it. Let's take it. We can actually even start centralizing thanks to that. I'll soon be good enough to get that event. Is building up masonry and lumber meta early game something I observed? Yeah, absolutely, because most of the buildings early on, the input goods is mason and lumber. Yeah, sand also, you know, for the roads, but not as much as the others. All right. Oh no, another desync. Yeah, I think I was always setting up the goals. Previous session, my goal was to get 150 by the end. We got, I think, to 170 or so. Goal for today is 270 base stacks. So obviously we'll be still much behind Western Europe, but oh, that's a request. That will be still satisfactory to me. And we always be comparing ourselves to Lithuania and 16 and Sweden 95, which is our two closest neighbors that we should be comparing to ourselves. Okay, let me restart the game because there is a request. And this you also have a point, and that's why the player base of EU5 is how it is. And I'm not saying that's not true. I'm just saying my perspective, right? So what I'm not saying that how to say it. I'm not creating excuses for Paradox. I'm saying what I think was the reason why they failed, because it's not like they sat down last year and said, okay guys, let's milk money from these people and let's fail this release. No, that's not true. They're trying their best. Just for some reasons, it did not end up as they wanted it to end up, right? Another thing is, and I'm not sure if that's the impact, but some people are saying that. I'm not sure if I agree or not. I don't have an opinion. Some people are saying that Paradox was actually listening too much to the feedback from the forums. I saw this kind of opinions. Where obviously it's good that they are listening, but are the hardcore players from the forum majority of the potential player base? Not necessarily, right? So something that the hardcore players will like, it does not mean all of the players will like. So that's some people what they are saying. If that's true, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. No worries, Jan. What does LARP mean? How I read LARP is role-playing, pretty much. That's what LARP is for me. You role-play something. So I don't know, you play as Florence, you're from Tuscany, and you don't expand more of the Tuscan borders and just play Ultra Troll and LARP as the bankers, giving the others loans and making money. A live action role playing. Thank you so much. I was not even aware that's what it means. Actually, the company that's organizing the the grandest plan is called TurboLARP. Before they are doing LAN parties, and the grandest LAN parties, they were doing some LARP events. I think they're still doing this, but I'm not sure. And actually, that's, I think, the aspect where EU5 is better than EU4 already. There's just, because there's so many more mechanics, also less relevant mechanics for the whole gameplay, there's more ways to roleplay. And that's what I learned when I was playing a small MP between me and my friends, with just 6 of us. We did a like LAN party with a hired house and played. There was a lot of more roleplay than we would normally do in EU4, because we also did some EU4 LANs before. Zafods, it's not worth to have a lot of vassals. The vassals poem does not work anymore, because one, it takes you decentralized, but most importantly, the base cost for an Nexian subject is 200. So it is not worth to, because you have a few location subjects that is gonna cost 240. So it's better to have, and if you have these 2 subjects, it would cost 480. But if you had 1 subject only in the same lands, it's gonna cost you, I don't know, 280. Right? So it's better to have less but bigger subjects. And what is also impacting that is that the speed of integration, before you had to hit 100% bonus of size to start getting this bonus. Right now it's counting from 0. So even if it's 20%, you get it. Then they also made it that the vassal's economic strength impacts your crown land, decreases it. So if you have a lot of small subjects with high control, it's gonna be more impactful than less bigger subjects. So you can still go centralized, because we just do less subjects, but only more lands. And if you are centralized, you also annex these subjects faster. In my situation, you could see that I started centralizing as Muscovy, because we have a very important mission that I can only get in the next 50 years. It is not gonna be available later into the game. That is only gonna happen to me if my decentralization is less than 10. And that is gonna unlock me a unique law that is gonna increase the loyalty of my nobility, so potentially more taxes on them, and it is also gonna increase the max tax on the burghers. So 2 very important bonuses for the money generation. Oh, is there a Hungary-Bohemia war? Is that Bohemia? Looks like it. Is he uniting Austria? You should check the forums. I think there are even Paradox created threads about how to speed up your game and settings. I don't know what it means. Sorry, I don't have an answer. One of the reasons why I purchased a new graphic card is I had a good computer. I just kept the old graphic card last year. I had the GeForce 2070 graphic card. When I was playing EU5 pre-release, I also mentioned that in the videos back then, the late game was not going at all. It was very slow. Plus, it did not have that tick speed option yet in the game. So that made me purchase a new graphic card. I also was playing Path of Exile 2. That also required me to have a better graphic card. So I took it for both of the games. Now I have 5070 Ti. I think so, yeah. Centralization gives the proximity and annexation speed if you have subjects. So that would be my choice. But I don't think it is no longer a no-brainer to always go 1. Like there was, on the release it was always centralized, when it was always decentralized. Now you have a choice. But rather centralized. It's like 70 to 30, I would say. It is very processor demanding, but I already had a top tier processor. So that wasn't my worry. And in early game, the game was really fast. It is the late game when it became slower for me back then. And actually changing the graphic card helped a lot. Because I also have the program that is showing me how was the percentage usage of the processor, of RAM, and the graphic card. So processor usage was in late game 40-50%. Graphic card was 90-95 to 100%. That's why I decided, okay, I might need a new graphic card. It was the same with Path of Exile. Oh my fucking god. Like immediately after rehosting. Let's get more armories. I think they will rejoin. It will be also very important to build gunsmiths, but yeah, I'm on my way to unlock them. Annexing this subject will be very useful. You don't see it, but I need 12 more. Oh, I'll need 12 more years to annex them. Well, if these guys are hot joining, let me show you that map store that I was telling you about. I can show you some maps that we have on website. Maybe let's use this card. Okay. And let's go to all products. So you see, we have 186 products right now. And there are historical maps, there are city maps that we have. We have some maps portraying the medieval and ancient empires. We have some pieces of art. We've got gaming maps, so EU4 and EU5. We've got Polish maps, modern maps, USA maps, historical battles even, like Trafalgar that you see over here. Smaller map, just the print costs $33. It's not really that much compared to like some other websites that are showing that are selling this kind of stuff. Bigger map, what I was showing you earlier, costs 43. And then if you want it framed, we can also prepare a frame and frame the map into it for you. It's $85 and $100 respectively. And with the code live that you have in the chat. Is it still in the chat? Oops. With the code live, you can get 20% off. So, instead of paying $100 for a bigger map that is framed, you would pay $80. Plus, obviously, there's some shipping costs, but yeah, they depend on the country. That's our 3037 map, for example. I can actually play that video for you. Some of you probably heard that already. A very well-known map for the gamers. This is Europe in 1337. So the start date of European Universalis 5, and the map itself is inspired by the game itself. This map is only sold in one place, and this is our store, strategymaps.co, because we created that map ourselves. This is a very important point in the European history, because that's the start of the 100 Years' War between England and France. But at the same time, when you have zoom ins, right, you can also see the facture. Like most of the poster stores are also selling the maps that have like a paper quality 180 grams per square meter. This is cotton canvas. This is 390. So maybe there's a store selling with cotton canvas, but it's really rare. So it's much higher quality, obviously more expensive for us as well, but it's a much higher quality paper. Yeah. And it also makes that, old look and feel. Obviously, this is a modern map. But if you open one of the older maps, like Roman Empire that we have, you'll see that it also gives that old look and feel. Like, as if that map was... this is an actual ancient and vintage map, while we are printing it ourselves. But yeah, let me go back to the game, because it looks like we already started. So if you were thinking, oh, maybe I should buy something for myself, only until the end of this live, there's a 20% off discount code. After live, you will still be able to use the YouTube code ULM to get 10% off. Oh, that's not weird. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that guarantee form, right? So let's temporarily replace autocracy. Now the guarantee forms are also marked, a specific country, to get the rozrядный приказ for the higher tax for the burgers. And okay, so that was another bonus that I was thinking of. Because that, what I just told you a moment ago, I have already it unlocked. The event that I was mentioning is called Vestarium. You see, I will still have soon have this available. It unlocks me the law of the same name. Ah, yeah, that gives the court spending efficiency, so I spend much less on the court, on the legitimacy. Monthly control useful, and urban buildings cost also very useful. Come on, I don't have gold. I'm importing a lot of gold manually already. Why do I have it? Soon also I should get more manpower finally. And this is also gonna be increasing. Tar? Well, I don't have that's Novgorod. Well, I actually should take a look what kind of goods are required in Novgorod. Because I recently took it over, so I might just create also some easy supply for easy income this way. It's not much, let's just focus on Muscovy. Looks like it needs more tannery, which I'm not even building, so... Oh yeah, I'm building 2 of them. I can build 1 more. There's some books missing. That's not gonna bring me that much money, so maybe not. Dice, same. Let's wait for the armories to create, to employ, so we'll have the demand. I think we also, you see now this is below 10, so I can get the event. We should also be able to take some money from these guys, 300 ducats. And I should be able to grab stability from mieszczaństwo. No, that's not mieszczaństwo, it's chrześcijaństwo, so the peasants. So the stability that I paid for the guarantee form, I can retake it. So this will be the scaling time now. When I get the next CPU, you should probably consider going after one of these horrors, just go, or even Smolensk. I'll probably prioritize Smolensk first. But now what I'm focusing on is this colonization. There's some 800 Muscovy over here already. Okay. That's a gold mine. This is gonna be really crucial terrains for our long-term economy. Gold, gold, gold. Iron, iron, copper, 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 iron. Iron, coal, gold. Did I say it already? Iron, 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 iron. We really need to start building up around here. So there's also not that many people living. And we'll be getting there. I think I also created an urban location recently, so we need to follow this up with cultural buildings. I have money for that. That also helps with annexation. So for example, here I enforce culture on this guy, so it's plus 100, but if they were Novgorodian, it would be much slower. About that, how about we enforce culture on someone else? I think the timer should be already there. Enforce culture. They don't have loyalty? Well, I can slightly increase this, so I can afford it. But we should improve relations with each of these guys. Just to make sure it's fine. Muscovy, yeah, it obviously needs books. That's some free supply to grab, give to increase the economy. Oh, we actually started making money from trade. That's impossible. But it's still nothing compared to what is achievable in Western Europe. I think that's where I'm gonna stop with society value. We brought it below 10. That's good enough for now. Let's just finish the integration of the locations. Let's get more armories. We have to max them out. I've got Ambition's daughter. Because obviously it's gonna increase the cost as well. But since my taxation is on a good percentage, I should be able to turn it into equal, if not more money from the demand that it creates from the buildings. So this is the demand for lever is even higher. I don't think I built anything for paper, so we could also get something for paper. It's gonna be increased once the armories are created. So if you take a look at the armories, I assume most of you guys know it, but in the input goods I write firearms, leather, cloth, paper, and weaponry. We're still waiting for research of the gunsmith that gives the firearms production, but we're obviously not there yet. That's a dozen like increase monthly. It's not bad. Did we get all the settlements done, guys? 4. Yeah, maybe more in here. The colony is being done. It's going, but slowly. It looks like we play speed 2 because on speed 3 there were desings. That could be the reason for the desings, just too fast of a speed. Sancti, thanks for following. Zlewikk, I played Poland again. I wonder, should I create new market in Danzig or keep it all in Kraków? Absolutely you need a market in Danzig. We should always look at the market access, right? So this map, even this player has it. Like with Kraków, he barely has any market access around Mazovia. If you like him to gain, it's gonna be better, but it's not gonna be fully good north. And one of the reasons you want it in Gdańsk and you want it fast is because Gdańsk has died, so it will always have great wealth even without many buildings. And you know how market access works is that's the market access. If you have 64 market access, 64%, that means that output of your buildings is decreased by 36%. So if it was 100 market access, that province would be having 36 more of output from its buildings. So that's why you want to, obviously you don't want to have market every 2 locations, but that's a reason to have more markets than less. That's why, for example, created a fair market here, because I was having no market access in this area, while having a city that has some wealth. Obviously it's wheat and not dice, so it's even more of a reason to do it in your case. But that's not a nice event. These guys will be disloyal for a while. Just don't rebel, guys. Let's keep looking. Yeah, looks like there's even more tannery demands, but I'm building the tanneries. Efficiency, if we build more, let's build another tool. Paper should be fine. Oh, to have some weapons, maybe we can build one more. You see, that's 188 already. That's extremely poor. If you look at Poland, if you talk about Poland, they have probably like 500, yeah. Just expected. That's just shows how poor Eastern Europe is. Like Lithuania is 107. It's a comparison. What is this war? I wanted to check it. Oh, yeah. Okay, at least that's actually interesting. Oh, so Hungary is probably fighting another coalition, isn't it? No, he attacked on the Golden Horde and fights Parida coalition war then. I thought that he's fighting Bohemia because of the colors, but it's someone else. I check my threatening rivals. Just Golden Horde. Well, if Hungary fights them, I could as well, but 5,000 cavalry. Even this 33,000 won't have problems. So if I get a standing army, that might be a moment to fight. Well, I could build at least men-at-arms. It costs 425. Yeah, let's actually do that. Cost of colonies 5. Yay! The first Russian colony is done. How easy is getting strong them? It is over time because there's more locations here, right? So if you urbanize, you get the settlements for the population to increase faster. You're gonna start scaling faster than Central Europe, but based on the people that were playing Muscovy in MPs, they were saying that's in about 100 years when we're from Russia. Just 1 second, because we got the guarantee from Embraced. I'll show you the place map mode, which gives me the more levies, max tax for burghers, and double estate satisfaction. So these guys are max taxed. That's why I kept the big balance even if I'm paying for the colonies. That's great. That was a free reform, so I can retake something now. We could wait for the next age to grab something from there. I guess it's fine. Could go for autocracy again for the crown power. Just think if there's anything else that is an alternative. No, let's just go for autocracy again. And what's that? Oh, yeah, I got a gold mine, right? Got a gold mine. Let's go for selling efficiency. Okay, I was supposed to do something with that money. Sorry, guys. Something that cost me 400. Do you guys remember? Why I'm thinking this is the player's map mode. What costed me 400? I need to be cheeky, it's fine. Got all to free basing rights to get the institution from the Europeans. I don't remember, guys. I was supposed to build some. Yeah. Men-at-arms. There it is. 8 more years to next this, guys. Yeah, that's my previous point. Previously, before 1.2, you need to hit this modifier at 100% to even get it. And they changed it with the nerf to the vassals that it's stacking from the very beginning. As soon as you're just slightly bigger. Okay, let's see the demand in Moskva now the armor is done. Looks like we need even more tannery. Let's get more tanneries then. Looks like the books are still in demand. Let's get more books. So is the paper. That's it. So this is steadily increasing. This is steadily increasing, most importantly. Yeah, we got more players. There was also a Venice player. He quit, right? Didn't he? There's Venice. There was also Sicily that formed the two Sicilies, but yeah, they're no longer here, as you see. Is that? Or as a debate, the patriarchy. Well, I don't want the spiritualist. Let's vote for the other one. Okay, do we want to get a CB? Kasevo, oh no, I wanted Smolensk CB, right? Oh my god, that's Smolensk, Bryansk, and Kiev. That's not convincing. Not until we get some manpower and build a standing army, especially that Kiev has 1,000. How about these guys? That's more reasonable. But because these guys are a horde, this is mostly light cavalry, but H1 light cavalry. So maybe it shouldn't be that bad if you have maddened arms. These guys have much less. So if you want to form Russia, we need what, 350 more locations. We're also supposed to improve these guys. Oh yeah, we are improving. Oh, these guys are improved. Should be able to start annexing them after that civil war ends. Also try breaking free from the Tatar yoke. That might be a moment to break free from the Tatar yoke because these guys are fighting with Hungary. I'll just need the men at arms. Let's get it. Yeah, I think we go after Gold North, but for that we don't need the parliament. That Kiev is just so strong. I might wait for... And there goes the Vestarium that I was telling you. That's why I was using the cabinet member to increase my centralization. So that unlocks me the law that we discussed. Cheaper urban buildings, monthly control, and less court spending. It's obviously gonna take some time to be done, but this cost will be even lower than it is. It is fairly low because we're poor, but we're increasing that. So for Golden North, I can take the CP from the organization. Question is if you want to expand into one of these guys. So I don't want to do too many subjects. I could do more. I could also feed Igra with Kasevo lands. Because if you go for Kasevo, I can just not even do anything, just let my subjects win the war, hopefully. Plus maybe use the standing army. Anything interesting here? Well, if you had the trade income, that would be not bad. Integration is also not bad. Let's still go for integration, actually. Oh, belligerent, sure. That's awesome. Belligerent once again. You can actually go to ask for the CB. Karagay. And... well, I can take this. Zlewikk, small MP idea. Every player chooses a European heresy to convert to according to location. Catarism, Valdesian, Lollardy, Christiani, blah, blah, blah. That's actually not bad. That's probably could be an idea for MP with other creators. Yeah, Sarov. No, Sarov is too big. It's way too big. I cannot fit it more. It's gonna take ages to annex it already because it has 52 locations. And I want to form Russia by the end of the century. I will forfeit Igra. But yeah, let's just go. Threaten war, they would accept threaten war, so you have to do normal declaration. I should fully annex them in one war anyway. Sorry guys, let's just use the standing army to go deal with them. There's no need for levies. This is the next location that we are colonizing. Res. And that is a full location. Expectations of Vladimir. Looks like fine cloth is in need as well. And we can get more armories. Let's max the armories in the Moscow market first. Probably wait for that Ulbram building cost efficiency. I guess it's fine. So don't have many worlds. I might need to start building them at one point, but yeah. By the time I reach here, the winter should be ending slowly. Oh, that integration just ended thanks to the parliament. Let's also get some RGOs in the meantime. I think it's again doing 2 updates in one. I probably need even more of auxiliary units to play in Russia. Should we again decrease it a little bit? No need to overpay. That is fine. Oh, our subjects won a battle with these guys. We've played already 8 years, by the way. With so many Dessings and Rihos, that's not bad. Should again hit 30-35 years, I hope, today. Because Gunsmith, that's gonna make a lot of money. And why is number 1 Novgorod, where it should be technically more impactful in Moskva, where having all the armories? Most likely give half to Igra and lease the second half as Kasevo. Faithfully next one. Let's take a look. That's the gunsmith, isn't it? Yeah. It's Moskva, by the way, of workers. Do I have enough? Because most of the buildings are getting done here. That's why it has most of my wealth. Yeah, the armory workers are needed. We're fine with the laborers. We have all the free peasants to promote. French flags, is now the enemy. This is my friend Yarańsk. These guys. You can actually Google it. Let's see. Yarańsk flag. It's a duck, according to Wiki. Look at it. So I don't know why they have a French flag. Can I piece this out already? I actually have connection to it via the colony soon. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fully next one. Okay, and as promised, let's feed Igra. Oh, I did not want to give him that promise. God damn it. But now that I have this colony, I think I don't have to worry. The range. I don't even know if there is such a thing. And in the rest, let's list that nation that we just annexed. Oh, they don't exist? Let's release a custom nation then. So last time is the fiefdom. Okay. Oh yeah, let's give this away as well. And let's start annexing Alatyr. That is gonna take 20 years. These guys, I wanted to enforce culture on them. Let's enforce culture. What Alatyr? You see, they don't have my culture, they have Erzia, but because my influence is strong over tradition, I get the 26% bonus. Should keep strengthening our culture to increase that. That's one of the most annoying micro that you have to do, because the more diplomatic reputation you have, the less antagonists you take. And diplo spending gives you diplomatic reputation. So technically I should do that, but I also should take the cabinet member to improve the diplo rep, but I'm just too lazy for that. Plus the antagonist is fine. Is that Kiev? No. Oh yeah, we need some more gunsmith, please. I know, so gunsmith, they also have their demand, right? They need lumber, they need iron, and they need tools. So that's all sustain the economy to increase it. And when you have the high taxation percentage, which I do, then that's gonna keep increasing your balance. These are like Boyasu is taxed at 42%, Mieszczańsk at 54%, and this guy's at 50%. This is about to hit 200. Obviously, this guy hates me. And the rest is just like societies of peoples, tributaries that I took over from Pinex in Novgorod. This is also fine. I think I can embrace banking. It doesn't cost that much and increases the research progress. And I could also already plan what I want from banking, because on the military, I think I'm taking the most important ones. And in here, well, actually the left tree might be more important. Because left tree has the rise of nobility, there's a cabinet seat, guarantee form, there's a university there. Wait, there was no new road in this age? I always forget that road. Yeah, there's no new road. Rack paper is not bad. Yeah, there's not much I really need from here. I mean, loans, definitely useful. But once this 5 in the queue are done, I'll go for the Renaissance. Okay, so this is being created. The gunsmiths. Looks like we need even more tanneries. Let's get another one. We need wine. Oh, that's pottery. It's not really much of income. Let's take a look how it looks like in Novgorod. Because the gunsmiths are also needed, even if I don't have armories yet. So is the paper. I lost the regional power status. Even though I got higher in the list, I was 17, I'm 15. I know I am regional power, I'm no longer a great power. Apparently I was a great power for a moment. Regional power of Georgia and Lithuania. Let's start building armories in Novgorod now. What is an AOD? Can you elaborate? I'm not sure what it's. Age of Discovery, okay. I don't think Russia can read the definitely not new word. Printing press. We don't have university unlocked. But we could go for the university, right? It's on the left tree, isn't it? I will not get it on time. So no. And for pike and shot, we need 4 more army tradition. You get army tradition from drilling, don't you? Let's drill. I need Renaissance? There's nothing about Renaissance, is there? Yeah, there's nothing about Renaissance. I can get the Renaissance anyway. Doesn't cost that much. No longer a violent rival. Oh, this guy's a violent rival? No. For unis, no, because the age is in 6 years. And that was like, what, 5 advances? If I rush it directly, then universities to get it, so I'll not even try. Okay, I think I have everything integrated in my homeland. There's just this location for sea access, and then there's this location. I mean, that should be super fast to integrate, shouldn't it? It's just 5 years, so I can just do it. Can I build a settlement there? Settlement. Where's Mias? Yeah, I can. Let's do that. How's this doing? It's slowly finishing. So army experience is impacting that. I'm just increasing because I'm drilling. Let's see how much it's increasing. 1002. 12%. Okay. Okay. You might be able to do it on time. It's not that much that we need. I could try going for a war as well. This guy's like me. How about the other subjects? Is there anyone else I should improve relations with? Because these are 200, these are 200, and these are 200. Can I exclude? Oh yeah, I can just look for fiefdoms and vassals. Where are my vassals? Shows fiefdoms. So I don't want to see the tributaries, so I guess I can do it this way. This guy should be improved. Yeah, let's start with these guys, because they're also close by. Economy is faster. We can test it. Let's look. But I think you pay army maintenance if you drill. Let's look, 7. See, there's no difference. They fixed it. It used to be that you don't pay that much. Now it's like in EU4, but yeah, I can try. Since I pay anyway the same amount. 207, by the way. Novgorod. You definitely need some follow-up buildings for these armories. You need paper! You also need cloth for sure. Maybe not now, but once the armories are up and running. Okay. When is the next money batch coming? Oh, it's already here. That's... The speed is actually fast. It means that I can also take the stability from these guys again. Let's pay now. Let's money for another town. We need to keep urbanizing while getting all these armories. Also, more urban locations is more armories. We're getting there. By the way, look, you can't see it, but look now. I don't need to build any roads. All the roads are built by my estates. I only made sure to connect the roads to have the road to Novgorod, so I could build a governor in there. It's just not on the top, at the top of a priority, you know, when we play as Muscovy and there's such a big distances, there's not good RGOs around. Road is not top of your priority. What is that? Dobrosława. Rykiowna. Dobrosława. I want to increase amount of the characters in the country. So how about you, Mara Noble? That takes my legitimacy, but I can go for duchowieństwo and ask for that legitimacy back. I mean, in the when I'll be shitting with money, maybe in 100 years, that's when I'm gonna build all the roads. But that's not the time yet. I will probably build some roads for more governors. Like at one point, I'll need a governor in here, right, for all this gold and iron and copper mines. But we're not there yet. Oh, that's by the way finished this colony. So what's next? This is being done. This location, and that is a lead. Is it lead or lead? Let's actually check. Lead.
Lead.
Lead. Okay. Okay, now it is increasing. Not fast enough, but this is also increasing. There is a chance we'll get it on time, but there's also a chance we don't. It was how much it was that we needed to spawn its institutions. Packing shot. 20. We might not be on time, but let's see. Okay, I think there's gonna be hot join with the player. Yeah, let's new settlement. Oh yeah, you're right. That's the map mode of the players, and I'll be right back in a second. I'm gonna grab something to drink. Okay, he's still joining. See, Lithuania has 125, Sweden has 104 base tax. These guys definitely have more. The silver mines and iron mines, 500. Don't have 300. Byzantines 440. I think we are right, having in mind our location. And it is gonna be only better. I think it might be time to attack Golden Ore. It is absolutely time to attack Golden Ore. I'll build one more men at arms and attack. I just need probably a bit more money for them. 414, 30. But no, let's focus on drilling first. Once I get enough of army tradition, that's when I'm gonna declare. The iron, copper, and gold are in the Moscow market. No, they're not. The ore is pronounced more like lat, and why the translation probably said lead because of the leading. But I purposely chose the word for that good. In Polish we say ołów. It's lat, okay. Thanks. The market is Kazan. But yet I'm not taking it like, even if I had control in market access, this wouldn't do much now. We need to populate this area and ideally have the connection by the road and get a governor. That's our goal by the end of this century. Or just early 1500s to get there. Settlement. Now looks like there's no need for settlement here. And same for this too. Just the population is not much. It's an Arctic climate. Is it all Arctic climate? Most of it. It's unfortunate. Yeah, we'll be talking about the good of that thing. I was just thinking for migration, I think you only shift pops around the same market. It should be fine because there's a lot of people in Kazan. There's 400,000 here, 300,000 here, 140, 160. Should be totally fine. And I will be annexing these guys, right? Slowly. I'm already annexing the Alatir. Then there will be Saratov Ord. And then Igra. And then we need to connect this. But yeah, it's time to break the Golden Ord. And that's a desync, isn't it? So annoying. 4 base stacks with 2 million people. Also, that's a big chicks that this lady is having. We also take Kasimov Ord. Well, maybe with the next parliament. Yeah, so let's focus now on drilling. That's a reason to not build men at arms, because the average army experience is gonna decrease. Let's focus on this first. Then we get more armies. We get SCP from the parliament for these guys, and we attack these guys from the Italian organization. That's what I was saying. That's what I thought it could be led. But I open translator. I put the right word, not to lead people, but the trade good. That's what it's saying.
Lead.
Fucking translator. Let's see, maybe YouTube. Oh, no, that's a 3-minute video, so no. Lead or, okay. Let or. Let's see.
Lead ore.
Let or. We've got a translator expert in the chat. Thank you. I know, but in the word from which I'm translating into English, I've put the word for the let as the let or. But it was still in the translation, and when I clicked to pronounce, it was saying the word to lead people. I put that fault on translator. Oh, we've hit 40,000 of levies. Lithuania has 24, Poland has 50, 16 in Sweden, 30k in Georgia. Ottomans, he had a lot. Yeah, 60k, 40k. Oh, Hellenism! Very nice. Where's Hellenism restored in Eastern Roman Empire? It's 10,000 standing army. Ottomans have 5,000. Yeah, that's what I was just showing how we come. In the Eastern European sphere of the poor people, we are doing okay. Compared to Western Europe, you don't want to know. Okay? Because obviously we'll never, never, in the next 200 years will not be comparable to like England, France, Hungary, Bohemia. But maybe, we'll see. I'm working on that, okay? Let's create another town. I don't know what's up with Sweden. It's not an easy nation to play as. Looks like he has a town in an iron location. A town in another iron location. Town in another iron. He towns a lot of iron locations. Not sure that's the best idea. But that's not my problem. You're right next to the lakes? You mean these lakes? Or what do you mean? What above them? It's not me yet. I'm annexing that subject for the next 6 years. I wanted to build a town. Let's do this. Blind Dash, thanks for following. Ah, you mean the Sweden and proximity, okay. I mean, let's see his proximity. He's having really nice proximity. There's iron. But there are no people there. There are no people there. I don't think you should town all these irons. He did it. I don't think that's what I would do, and I don't know. Maybe that's my lack of knowledge. His urban lights from mines. Let's take a look. As migration traction. Okay, so that makes sense to get control. And he's okay. That might explain it, but on the other hand, his iron mine has just RGO has just 3 of limit. Probably it would be more like 8 or 9, right? Without a town. So maybe he's doing a long play to get a migration attraction there, get more people. But on the other hand, there's so little people there, he might be able to build settlements. He should be having also migration attraction, but also the population growth. But maybe not, and that's why he's not doing that. I don't know. I don't know. We need to get it to 20. He did not build a town. Want to do it in Zubstov. I think both of these two are fine. What's the proximity? Maybe something with better proximity. Yeah, Vetsa is fine. It's actually very close by. Ruza will be also fine. There's so much food I don't have to care about it. Rotemborov. Local nobles power and parliament seat. Why there's a pause? Yeah, let's save for that. more towns. And did they follow up the previous towns with libraries? Yeah. We are strengthening the culture, which helps with the annexation speed of these guys. It's dropped. Let's see if there's some demand we should fill in Muscovy. Yeah, looks like we need even more gunsmiths. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more tannery. Seriously, I need more pottery. Let's do more pottery. And Novgorod, let's take a look. Well, Novgorod is fine. Lacks books, but it's not really profitable. Okay. About Tver. I did not touch Tver actually. Oh, these guys don't have food actually, but it's fine, they're full. Tver. Tver, how are you doing? Tver is fine. I probably need to get armories there. Mathematics, thanks for following. Why don't you restore your northern lands with zero control? Because that's a full core I took over from the subject. And in the next 60 years I want to form Russia. And remember, what impacts the annexation cost is most importantly amount of locations. So it's actually quite hard right now in the current subject meta to play as Russia.
To jest galaretka?
Nie, dziękuję, kochanie.
Nie, już zrobiona.
Już zrobione, to jutro zjem, dobra?
Już jutro.
That was my daughter. Yeah, I want to form Russia in the next 70 years, by 1500 or so. That's why I'll not release it, and I continue annexing this. I also want to go towards the silver, the gold and iron locations I'm colonizing, where I want to have a governor, which is obviously a long shot because we need a city over there, but we'll be getting to that point. I think that other town is created, so let's get the library. I was hoping that's some army tradition that we would receive. It's increasing faster and faster thanks to our experience. So what else we have in that queue? Yeah, we should probably start looking at the Renaissance advances now. So country forum, cabinets. Okay, let's take the rise of the nobility to tax them more. Let's take the university. Cultural influence is what we need, not the tradition. And then culture's capacity, like, all this will be of use, and the chancery. I don't think I need this right now. My average control is also not bad for the size of the country, 36%. It is very expensive. So if you are a poor Eastern European nation, it's not at the top of your priority list. Yeah, there's many more events they have for us, Russia, like including more prikazy. I'm already having some unique stuff as Muscovy that I unlock. I've got the prikazy, I've got the Razriadni that I unlocked today. I got some also laws. This is also a unique privilege. So we're already using some of the content, but yeah, this is 4 years. And there's a lot of it. We're out of it. You need a book. I will give you a book. Yeah, the plan is to survive until then and then scale like crazy. Are we already scaling? Right, we started session with 170 of base tax. I have a border agreement with Lithuania. Well, Monarch gives you a lot. Like, it's the Monarch. Well, you can argue if it gives more in EU4 because it's mana or here, but it gives a lot. Like, there's a lot of proximity, up to 10%. There's up to 20% crown power. There's building cost, efficiency of construction of the buildings, up to 20%. That's just admin, right? Then we've got up to 10% is the satisfaction, so it's potentially more taxation you can do. There's loyalty of subjects, there's deep rep, so that's less antagonists, there's diplo capacity, that's up to 100% diplo capacity, just from the ruler skill. And then for the nobility, there's most importantly morale. Smolensk has a town, I think? No, not a single town. I mean, it had here, but it is in the hands of Lithuania. What's left from Smolensk is nothing. Smolensk is one of my next targets, but it's allied to Kiev with 20,000 troops, including 1,000 of standing army. Is Kiev having similar, base tax to Lithuanian player? Yeah, for now we're not declaring, we are stacking this to potentially get the next institution. But you might not be on time. What's our error? Oh, we don't really have an error. This is technically an error. 41 years old. Oh, that's a much faster speed. Look at this. You see how fast it's going? This is speed 2.5 in EU4. I think that all the things that we're having might be because of speed 3, which is closer to speed 4 than speed 3 from EU4. But I'm not expanding to Kiev. I told you I have a border agreement with Lithuania that is more or less like this. So I don't need anything from Kiev. I need this part of Bryansk and entire Smolensk. Actually check what kind of armies the players have. Heavy infantry, heavy cavalry. Oh, is there a war? Oh, there's a Byzantine-Ottoman war. There's a bit of everything. And this guy. Also a bit of everything. Especially military operation. When we will be relevant? Does a better school help even difficult children to improve? At what point should one start thinking about children's education? When we have money. Because it costs what, 200, 250? I would consider it now, but I don't even know what exactly is my succession queue. If it would be clearer and I had a young heir, I would probably already spend some money because I have it. Vision Alliance. Oh my god, it's Ottomans and Carthage versus Byzantines and Hungary. It's actually as Carthage for Alliance. No, they all hate me. Well, Byzantines don't hate me. Just let me message him. She doesn't think I want to join the war. Because I don't. Where is the Byzantium? Where is the Eastern Roman Emperor? Okay. Might be also just busy fighting and not accepted, but let's see. Okay, thank you. What's that? 15,000 Moldavians coming. I think that's Byzantium that attacks then. Oh, that's a naval battle, by the way. It's Carthage that engaged and is getting their ass kicked. Byzantium Ottoman War. Yeah, that's the Byzantium that attacked. By the way, it's saying Byzantium even though it's Eastern Roman Empire. Yeah, Byzantium Empire, I think it should be quite interesting. This, if you go for the initial troubles, it's really strong. Let's see for that. Okay, how about we get the CB on the Smolensk already, but we don't attack for now. Monthly army tradition. Yeah, let's go. So I actually need to pass it. That's more important than getting the CB. Communal values, I need that. Innovative, I need that. That's also what is helpful. Capital economy, that's what I need. But I'll need to change the policy. Android code customs, I have date in a record. Yeah, so I will not get the CP. If you want to get these bonuses. Yeah. Unless I get some nice event. Byzantium got the ass kicked in Bursa. Got 89,000 here. 126,000 here. Losses are on the advantage of Byzantium. It's 2v2 player wise. These guys are using mercs, these guys do not yet. Well, the Ottomans have the Janissaries, right? The Janissary barracks gives them a big edge in the amount of manpower and troops thanks to it. I could get the tradition here. Honestly, I think I will get more by just drilling and getting army experience. And look, I just need 3 more percentage. Oh, it looks like that's an entire server desync. Defending the second Rome. Yeah, that's our host. How much I could tax these guys, by the way? Six ducats. I remember this gives me a decent amount of research progress. Yeah, let's restart the game. I think there's more than half of the lobby. Why do you say crime power? You mean giving them more privileges so they have more power? So they have less crime power? Or what do you mean? You can have close to 100 or 100 satisfaction without giving them much. Like, I gave them barely anything here, and then they have almost 80 of satisfaction. And there's only more bonuses you stack over time. Wait, why this is loading? Let me show you some maps. Right? Again, reminder, we have a map store. It's mine. It's not like I'm advertising someone, but like it's our store. Let's look. Here's our printer. Let me turn off this light for a moment. This is the printer. It's really high quality. It's 318 dpi quality that it prints with. There's some maps that my own maps. There's the custom EU4 map on the right hand side, the Ottomans, Bay of Ambition. Then there's 1444 map, 1337 map, and there's also EU5 campaign, my North United States. Let me actually show you them. I'll turn off the lights just so it looks better on the camera, the map. That's the Ottomans. Maybe if I turn off the screen, you see more. So the light is not in the frame. That's the Ottomans map. It's my Mehmet's Ambition campaign. You might remember that from YouTube. We can also print custom campaigns from EU4 and EU5. We have over 186 maps, and that includes also historical maps. That's, for example, map of Poland in the interwar with some wildlife additions. That's a map that I've been working for 3 to 4 months. That's obviously 1337. Map of EU5. They don't cost much if you open that link. I mean, if you find any bigger stores with maps, you'll normally pay around $180 to $100 for an unframed map. We sell it for $35 to $43 for an unframed map, and you can get for 20% off with the code in the chat. And then for the framed map, we take $80 to $100. And again, you can get the percentage off. By the bigger stores, it's sometimes even up to $300, $400 that they take for a framed map. Obviously, they use the size and the amount of the buyers that they are having while we're growing our amount of the customers right now. So let me share my screen to show you. Make that smaller as well. That's how the store looks like. What we also have, what's many don't, is videos. Every map that we print, we make multiple videos of. Like, there will be a video of me explaining the map that you put on the social media as well. Like, that's the Roman Empire during the time of Christ. Like how it's printing, just the map itself. If you go actually to the videos section, which is gonna, oh yeah, that's one of my favorite maps. We have a lot of maps of cities. That's Constantinople, for example. These are really high quality maps as well. Like usually these files have around, the width, it's around 16,000, 15,000 pixels. It's around 10, 12,000 of height. What else do we have that is nice to show you? This is also one of my favorite maps, map of the British Islands with the cultural attire. Like you see, there's Anglais. There are bigger cities, like you see, there's Newcastle, Cambridge, London, and a very detailed portrait of the island themselves. I told 180 maps that we have, so there's a lot that you can choose from. Oh, that's the map that I was just showing you, Poland. Map of Warsaw, Wolf. There's Denmark. We also tried covering as many key cities and nations. Overall, for example, if you're looking for a city that we don't have in the store, just message us. We most likely have your city. I have 100 maps already chose from the various sources that I want to add to the store, but they're in the queue right now, so they're not added yet. Well, it looks like the rehost is completed. So let's go back to the game. If you don't like me talking about the maps, let me know. I'll try doing that less. Let me just get back into the game. Do you see it? There's little black line at the bottom of the screen. If I share my entire screen, you'll see it. Look, that's how my game opened. What the hell is this? I don't want that. Can I minimize it and reopen? Minimize. Maximize. No, that didn't work. Okay, I guess we're playing like that. Okay, keep drilling. With that parliament, it should be much easier. I guess next parliament we take care of these two guys, and Golden North I can take care of it without the parliament. How is this doing? Yeah, this is on the way. Ruslan Zlewikk. Who are you? Your grandson. Ambitious. He's potentially an heir. So I could pay for his education. Let's actually do that. Oh, that's some stability. Sure. Gain the core. Oh no, I barely see battle of my screen. I don't see them. You see the map mode on your screen? I can't see them. I see just part of them. Oh my god. I actually need a rehost to fix this later on. Anything in Moscow I could build. So you have laborers. So let's invest in the Moscow. Let's build for 3 of this. Oh, the towns are also completed. Let's make sure to... It's masons, by the way. Let's make sure to get the libraries done. This will be speeding up. It's 24% already. Need to improve with this, guys. Let's see. Can I improve with any other subjects? The vassals or fiefdoms? Not tributaries. Yes, please. Improve with this, guys, and improve with this, guys. Yeah, I mean, I never pay for it. Plus, every 5 years, you can take stuff from the peasants, right? So there's no need to pay. So remember at the start of the stream, I told you I need to get 3 events today. I got 2 of them already. Third one is not available yet, and I think it's gonna be available today because it's from 1460. All the requests will not get that much. I think it's called Nil Sorski. I need to decrease the maximum tax of clergy, and that is gonna unlock me yet another policy where I'll be able to get some colonialism, decreased estate enrichment, or second option, would give me max literacies. That's definitely something I'd like to get. But it's not as important. And for the stability equilibrium, what we've got this is the orthodox one. This is like the natural law. It's also orthodox, right? Got enough of the primary religion clergy. There's not that much actually, but oh yeah, the decay is decreased by this privilege, and this law. The Rurikovich. Family first? No. This is a good. Oh, that's my head of the cabinet. I don't want to get rid of him. I don't think I can take the legitimacy from this guy, so I have to pay for it. This location should be a nice boost, I think. It's not a single urban location, but how about RGOs? Some wool, fiber crops. Oh, there's iron! That's gonna be my first iron location, I think. Just need to make sure there's a road leading to it. Did I move that window? Oh, no, I can't move that window. Yeah. It's a decent amount of power we got from all these armories. And that's also steadily increasing. No, I actually don't have enough prestige. Because ideally, it's gonna be here. Ideally, at one point we create an autocephalus patriarchate, but the prestige cost for it is 60. I don't know if it's cost, but that's a requirement. Muscovy has probably one of the worst RGOs what I learned in this campaign. There's absolutely nothing. Just 1 second. Look. The best RGOs that I have is wool. Like literally, there's just food. 90% of my RGOs are goddamn food. So I don't like food, at least. But that's it.
Tata,
Co, kochanie?
środek piękna.
Piękna. Chcesz pokazać do kamery?
A wiesz, obcięłam noskę i
Chodź,
włoski.
pokażesz do kamery. Widzisz?
A wiesz, kiedy obcięłam włoski?
Tak? To chodź,
Tak,
stawaj
i
tutaj.
tak ma.
Stawaj. I pokaż do kamery blisko, jak pani obcięłaś włoski. No trzymaj. Tam jest kamera, to jest mikrofon. No. I wytłumacz do mikrofonu, co zrobiłeś. Co zrobiłaś?
Mama lubiła tak.
Tak? Co zrobiłaś z tą lalką? Obcięłaś włoski?
Tak. I mama jutro, ja tak zrobię jutro też.
Tak.
Jak będzie brzydka.
Mhm. A ten ma dłuższe niż ten?
Wiem, gdzieś mały, a tu duży.
Mhm.
Mały i duży, mały i
No
duży,
dobra.
mały.
Dobra. Dobra. Four is good on export, but not in early game. Early game, yeah, not much. But at least, yeah, that's what they did. Remember the start was, I was like, I have 5 trade income, because it was like around 0 before, and they did a patch 1.3.11 where they boosted early game trade. So I'm making some money from it, but not much. These guys are improved. Who else I can improve with? Call an ally. Oh yeah, there's a war ongoing. I forgot about that war. Let me just improve relations with one more subject. And let's look at that war. Because there are 2 battles going on. One of them was lost by Ottomans, and I think this one they're also losing. Looks like there's a big quantity difference between them. 177,000. 100,000. It's a very big quantity difference. Question is if it's because of the subjects or just the players. Oh yeah, Hungary with 95,000 levies. That's a lot. I mean, that's not that hard really to get a big percentage of trade from money from trade, but you need to be a naval nation for that. Because trade offices and overseas trading posts will grant you that. But we are very much a land nation. At least early game, it's really hard to do anything with trade as Muscovy. Plus, I will not bother even to micro trade. What is this war? Oh, Lithuania is finally killing Kiev. For the next parliament, we can also kill Smolensk. But for now, the priority was to get it to 20 before. Look at it. January 1437. So we will be just on time, a few months before the timing to get enough of army tradition to have a chance of spawning the pike and shot institution. Did they? No, they're drilling. Don't worry, I just don't have to pay for the forts. Oh, is that enough prestige? Yeah, I just don't have the religious influence. Oh, because there's also no Patriarchate of Eastern Roman Empire, because they're Hellenism. So I'm like goddamn Patriarchate of Volhynia. Yeah, I have to create my own. Let's do another town. I'm clicking the map nodes from memory because I just can't see them because of that issue I showed you earlier. Oh, that's a nice town. More towns. We need to urbanize. This is slowly happening, as you see. If we keep increasing the amount of the non-peasants. There's 38k soldiers, 34,000 burghers, 26,000 clerics, 10,400 nobles. I think we might be also slowly at a point where I have enough money to build granaries. Not granaries. Granaries, but just click this first. Look, granaries. So what granary is doing, it is giving you food capacity. And food capacity is one of the sources of the population increase. It is already quite good, 1,000 with 2 million people, but we can do better. Let me build some of them. It's also very cheap building. It just costs 50, and then it's impacted by the goods that you have. So it costs me 29 ducats per granary. That helps with scaling as well. So let's start doing that. We finally have money for it. This is 20%. Yeah, I could declare on Golden Lord now. And they rebuild the levies. Are still H1. Even if this is cavalry, it's H1 cavalry. I could think about attacking them. Oh, I can also grab the meritocracy just for the faster research. I think I'll just have to get some more standing army for that war, just to be ultra sure. Well, we should be fine already. Plated knights should also help. 41,000. Food in Novgorod, I think it was fine. It is totally fine. During winter, it goes more towards 0. Well, we're fine with the food. Actually, now that the trade is making some money, it might be worth to build more marketplaces. Making 6 ducats, while the marketplaces cost me 1.5 here. Yeah, 2.5 to around 3 ducats. So 3 ducats on the positive. Let me actually invest in the marketplaces now. Now that the early game trade is boosted. Let's just build it like that. Or maybe not like that. 1 per location, so it's done faster. No, there's not enough food demand there. The food demand will be increasing in the future. Does that age increase the food demand? No. Okay, what were the focuses in that age? Army morale, combat speed, tradition, navy morale, galley power. It's just morale in the military, not much. You have some ship stuff, so it's useless for us. It's colonial stuff, which is not bad if you want to colonize Siberia, but I think admin was the only relevant choice. Urban building cost, iron output, trade capacity. It's also colonial migration, speed of integration, mercs. Another building cost, just normal, and then yeah, that's a no-brainer. Well, I can show you. Fine. Let's free up some of the trade capacity in here. And let me show you. So if you go again, my map notes are hidden, so I have to just remember it's a massive memory where the market screen was. I think that was the market screen. You see it, I can't see it. That's so hilarious. And then we find food. Try exporting it. That's like literally no money per trade. There's not really any demand for food. Figuring out why integration was taking me 30-40 years per point. It's about 5 times slower for cultures that you don't accept, and if the culture is slow, yes. And doesn't the cultural influence versus tradition also have an impact? So if your cultural influence is small and their tradition is high, it might be even slower. But so early game, it's slower than it will be later when it builds, you know, libraries and universities. Okay, I've got all the integrations done. What do we do now with 1 cabinet member? Oh, I think I should start taking care of the societal values. Let's double check our societal values. What could be changed? Could go more innovative. This is not really to be changed. But we don't care about decentralization anymore for now. Yeah, I should push capital economy now that I have more and more towns. This is gonna be more and more impactful. I have to piece it out. Next report. Where's the institution? Can I get it? Pike and shot. Where's Moscow? Where's Moscow? Did you see Moscow on the list? Why there's no Moscow? Or it's maybe just lower percentage than these guys have. But technically I should be able to get the pike and shot. Just not a high chance of it. Let's see how is the trade gonna change. I think we got a ducat for now. What's Lithuania doing? Pissed out Smolensk. This guy's going to Persia. Yes. But with the previous, I got the previous age institutions like 15 years ago. So I would prefer to have it start in my country to get it faster. How many? I'm not that into meta, but from what I've seen on that patch, because of how much food it gives and how it impacts the population growth, you should probably, if you have money, build a lot of them, especially that they're also cheap. Yeah, we've got 1.1 thousand growth. I think this should be the time to grab money. Keep money, keep money. And oh, we've got Cossacks. There are struggles of Golden Order. Oh, yeah, we might use it. I could take manpower from the Cossacks, by the way. What I grab from this guy is the stability. Now, do Cossacks have any nice... Oh, that's a descent, isn't it? Any privileges? That's actually not bad. Efficiency of the cabinet, let's grab it. Passive masonry demand. Yeah, we build the whole cycle, right? So if my taxation is high, just like it is here, the demands will always end up with more taxes. Wretched, thanks for following. I don't, can I show population growth of Muscovy, for example? Cheap food, prosperity, available free land, even the large food storage is what pretty much the granaries impact. It's not a huge pop growth, but if you stack it, if you build a lot of them, it's a difference, especially long term. Plus you get the demand, yeah. So the input goods is the mason. Okay, let's build another town. Ugh. Be right back in a minute. Still joining. It looks like Carthage grabbed this from two Sicilies. Tuscany grabbed this. There's even Eastern Roman grabbed a little bit. Morocco grabbed almost entirety of Western Africa. And Mamluks are going to Arabia. I don't have to drill, by the way, so let's stop drilling. I mean, it doesn't cost me much, actually. Let's drill. Let's drill. That's helpful. In case of a war. Since we don't have a big of an army. How are these guys with loyalty? It's gonna improve. Bonds. How much money I would get from a bond? 600. And for lower interest than the banks. Yeah, Morocco has 1.2 thousand base tax. Carthage 600. Mamluks 300. Actually, Mamluks is the poorest of the 3 African countries. Should be the other way around. I think they're allied, so it's not like he's gonna take advantage. I got that CB to attack them. I think their priority is Smolensk now. Ah! It started in mains. The pike and shot. Where's the institution? Is that the no, that's harbor capacity. Again, I'm just looking from the memory. Yeah, it's spreading quite fast in Moscow. And again, I can't really get the other 2 institutions right. For printing press, that's here. We would need a university. I should still build a university for that passive spread, right? Where are we for the university? It's 6 advances away. It's very annoying, I can't see this. Could I make... Oh, that helps a little bit. It's higher for me now. I can see at least like a 30%, higher 30% of the map. Let me show you what I see. That's what I see. It's super annoying. This bar appeared from nowhere. You can't see it on the stream by default. Oh yeah, I was supposed to build a town. I think this. Yeah. And more subjects to improve relations with. Oh, we got the hegemonies. Should probably check them. What are the hegemons? So, economic is France. 700. So actually they will be taken over by Bohemia soon. Naval is Britain, the only player, the only great power with heavy ships. Oh shit. Military is 120,000. Yeah, we are at war, right? Deploys Korea, so that's not a player, and culture is Bohemia of 1.5 thousand. He's like one big urban country. We don't have much, right? We got 457. But we're getting there. I think that's a rehost. That's what I actually love. I can fix that graphic bug I was showing you. Can I show you guys more maps while we are waiting for the rehost? Just start joining first. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's start joining. Let's check some maps. Again, so map store, you have a link to it in the chat. Can show some more videos of the maps. As a map of Portugal, for example, we have from 17th century. You can see like how high quality these maps are. Yeah, actually this should be easier. Yeah. Map of Europe in the interwar period, so 1925. It's a bit more modern map. Europe in 1623. And that's the man, the legend himself, that created it. Gerard Mercator. The guy of the that did the Mercator projection.
This
That I showed already. That's 1337 map of Europe. And my ass 1444. Venice map. That I showed you already, that I showed. British Empire. Where, you know, the map is a very small part of it, some colored regions. The biggest part of that map is all the stuff around it, like people of various regions. Like you see the Canadians there. There's some Indians. There was Tiger, and that's the wolf. 17th century Denmark. I showed you that already. This one maybe. Europe in 1743. How many cities they put in one place? Yeah, that's my United States. I showed you already. Roman Empire. Was that this map or the other one? No, that's the other one. Map of Bohemia. That's actually what I told you, that if you want a map of something and it's not in the store, you could just email us. That's how we did find this and added this map of Bohemia. So Final of Kingdom Come Deliverance asked for it. France. This is #1 bestseller in our store. So map of Poland during the Commonwealth during the reign of Jan III Sobieski. There's Battle of Vienna in here. These are like flags of the elective monarchs. These are the flags of the regions, and of course the Sobieski himself. Yeah, and that's from like zoom in. Like that's the Sobieski plate, Poniatowski, Leszczyński, and Saxons. That I showed already. That's map of Poland in 1770. Of also lands that it held in the past, like including Bohemia, and obviously with the partitions showed as well. And you can see how the nice texture of the paper that we have. That's also one of the bestsellers. It's called On to Tokyo. It shows the Pacific front of the World War II. The island hopping. That I showed already. That's another map of Roman Empire, and has a nice addition because it shows the roots of 3 historic leaders. There's a root of Hannibal, if you see this line here. And maybe it will be visible if you go east. There's also root, it's here and it's here. There's also root of Alexander the Great that is in this map. Another interwar map, that's a different one than the previous. What I shot already. European map. That's actually a map from EU4. I told you I can print maps of campaigns in EU4. So that's a map of modern European Union borders based on that. Oh yeah, we have also some maps of America, for local attires, cities like cities Havana, Santo Domingo, Cartagena, Mexico. What was that? Cusco, Potosi, Holy Empire in 1740. Look how detailed these maps are. Yeah, that's the same America's map. The cartograph is so America in 1630. That I showed already. Oh, that's another map of Poland. That's a map of Poland from almost the start date of EU4. Because it's from, I don't know, 1470, 1490. It shows for that year, because but the map itself was created much later. It was created in the, I think, 19th century. Yeah, that's that map. But it portrays Poland in the 15th century. Oh, yeah, we have also some battles. This is Battle of Waterloo, for example. There's also Trafalgar. We've got the Western Front in World War One. Can be more added soon. This is actually for interesting map because it's a map of France, but it focuses on the tourist attractions. You see Paris, there's Notre Dame, there's Eiffel Tower, Triumph Arch. That's how you can translate it, right? Yeah, let's go back to the game. Let's skip. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We still annex this, guys. That should be an option for us to scale a bit. There's some tax base hidden in these locations, especially if we get to scale that iron mine. I can actually get this back to the modded map modes. And yeah, the question I was having for myself, do I need to put any bailiffs? Because I don't have any yet. For example, here, right, to get this control to 100. That will be 3 additional base tax. This would be 2 additional base tax. I don't think it's that worth it yet. If it was iron, we'll probably use that iron in here for a bailiff. Looks like another colony finished in food here. Now that's not being done. Now we are completing this location with 4. Can we unpause, please? Please. Oh, yeah, I didn't want to mention that's what we have in the chat, right? You can get 20% off just until the end of this live stream with a code live. And after the stream's finished, there's the code that is always online from YouTube, ULM, for 10% off. Come on, can we store? Oh yeah, I was showing you this Novgorod. It's fully automated. And I think I'm gonna desync. It is a desync. For fuck's sake. Let's invest into more marketplaces. And again, there's no... That's what I don't like about mass building. It's often just, oh yeah, let's throw everything into one location. It's gonna be faster and more effective for us if we build it in various locations, right? Because this way they're gonna be all completed around the same time instead of waiting in the queue. That didn't increase that much though. We have works of art. Well, let's see if we can sell. Which was the economic art. I don't even have that option. What? How is it called? Where do I find it? Sell. Maybe I have to do it on a specific nation. What's that, by the way? Visby. I don't see it in the economy action. Oh. Maybe because I cannot invest into art yet? No, it shouldn't be the case. Pretty sure I remember to be able from 1337. Yeah, maybe I need that. You're close to it. That's the place joining. How is the AI doing? There's actually a nice split of India. A lot of small sized blobs. As not that huge amount of border gore. It's not bad actually. Got Songyang, China, fighting with Yuan. Yuan has 3,000 levies. This guy has 259,000, so I think we know the winner. Chipahit's dominating here. Somebody colonizing already? Well, I need that age to even explore his lands, so probably that's soon. I don't think the institution even happening. Anyway, we might want that Golden War to grab our border, because it looks like Hungary is going towards it. So I want them to just go on border gore in the steps ahead of us. Okay, let's go. Yes, sorry, I was applying to something at work. Zlewikk spawned printing press. Okay, yeah. This is about to finish, annexation. Shall we think about that road already? Well, I'm not sure if it's gonna cancel when the annexation finishes, so let's wait for annexation first. Oh my god, stop pausing. Please. Pretty please. Okay. Now I wanted to do something. Let's see what's the impact on trade. Getting this marketplaces we just completed. We just need to start hiring people and doing the trades. Let's see, the automation does not trade for to your previous point. See, barely any. She's 39. She's not gonna produce any children. Well, yeah. If you want her, take her. That's some prestige. Okay, that's increased, which seems gonna drop down over time. Because the cost that I'm paying for the marketplaces is 4.5. It is less than the income I'm getting from trade. Plus, remember that trade also creates demand. That also increases my taxes. So that might be a reason to build even some more marketplaces. And the marketplaces create demand in two areas. Right, one, they have input goods, and two, if you sell a good, you create a demand for that good, right? Let's build more. Yeah, again. Keep forgetting that it doesn't work that well. Kniazjaya gives me a ducat a month. Oh, that's the guys that I'm about to annex. In 2 months, free. The fall of Volgord! Oh no! Look at this border. That's unfortunate. Also, unfortunately, it looks like the Ottomans are losing. 168,000 at 130. But now oh, Egypt joined the war. So it's 3v2. Let me show you that war, and if you give me a minute, I have to answer something at work. You should take me literally a minute. Okay. Actually, might take a moment more because I need to find a specific file. It's good to have two screens though. Okay. What is that? Did they annex the guy? Yeah, annex the guy. Byzantine is cooked. Well, previously we were thinking the same, and then they won. Barely, but won the war with Ottomans and the Mamluks. Okay, let's take a look. So the borders are better. We are up to 2.6 million people. Proximity is not bad. We need to get a road to Iron. And we need a byleth in here. This is a core, right? Yeah, it's all cores. So can we see the maximum controls? Yeah, it's gonna be increasing. So that should be a good boost to the base tax. So got a CB on Kasimov. Shall we use it? Oh, that's this guy's. We should absolutely use it. I might need to recruit some levies. We also have a CB on Smolensk. Let's deal with Kasimov first. So that's a claim CB. Is MP stable? There's a lot of desings. We had a lot today. So desings, the resyncs don't really work. Hodgens don't really work because you desync earlier after. But if you play with daily tick mod, which we use, you see there's no hours, it is fast. That speed 2 is like a 2.5 speed on the EU4, and speed 3 is like 3.5 speed of EU4. So even with all the problems, we already played 27 years today. There's 1 more hour to go. Oh yeah, that increased. I guess so we get more marketplaces. Let's declare on these guys. Oh, they like me, don't they? That's an insult. And it's a free guarantee form. Perfect timing as the new age happened. Because we likely unlocked some new ones. An Age of Discovery. That's not bad. We need more roads later on. That's certainly not bad. But that's like a no-brainer. Proximity, efficiency through land. And it's a free guarantee form. Oh my god, there's not even a choice. Okay, let's declare wars on these guys. Oh, now Kiev will also help them. Kiev is much small. Oh yeah, they don't have any army. They should consider just not joining, maybe. I have diplomat. Let's wait for it. Yeah, I think we should be able to get that target that we set for ourselves of 270 attacks today. This is finishing slowly. So how much more of this province we need? There's 3 more locations. 4 gold and iron. Not even Poland. Well, Poland a bit, but it's mostly Lithuania. How would we pay slightly more for this? Just so we get enough of diplomats. Declare on Kasimov. Well, I can start this anyway in the meantime. It's a free town we could grab. I think I have to focus more on just simply getting the CP on Smolensk at last. Yeah, I don't think I'll do any of this. How are the institutions, by the way? Nice. Getting there. We need universities. Where are the universities? Yeah, 4 advances away. Do we have money for heavy calf? I could build calf next month, but heavy calf is more important. Let's just declare this. I see there's no more Kiev. Looks like this dice also down to just 2,000 of levies. So my 2,000 of 4,000 levies. So my 2,000 standing army. If we get just levies next by, this should be enough without any risks. The wide view? You mean of what? Sorry. And thanks for following. Is that research viewing game? Oh, no. Oh, okay. That was the guarantee forms. And that's not the default view. The default view, where it looks like this. We have all of them, you can filter, but they added in this patch, they can also have a view that's splitted by the age. And that's why I wanted it, because the new age just happened. I wanted to take a look if there are new guarantee forms in that specific age that I could take. So it's probably unreadable for you because you just joined, so, you know, you're not playing, but for me it was the perfect use case for it. Well, in universities is a very core building, but it costs a lot of money. And also upkeep is quite expensive, but obviously you have high taxes, it pays for itself from the taxation and the demand that you create. So it's not like universities are too OP, I think. They're just, I would say, that's just as they should. Oh, that's why there's a pause. Conditional surrender from the Ottomans. Ah, he surrendered to Byzantium because Georgia attacked him. 18,000 standing army. That's why. So you have to choose the weaker enemy to defeat because, like, Hungary is a beast. Oh, stay. Should be fine. Reinforcements. Oh yeah. That's also the issue of playing in Russia. By the time they arrived in my location, they had no morale. So did I kill everyone? Yeah, I can just go and disband the levies. Okay, now just go and siege. How about we just do this? I'll let the automation handle it. Why is this civil war from my subject sieging me down? For fuck's sake, deal with them. Actually, I think we can take money again in 2 years. Let's get more granaries. Oh my god. This, at least it should end soon. Yeah, that is 11 ducats and the cost is 6 ducats. But again, guys, remember the demand. Well, I don't have that money, but we'll take a loan. Is the road built already? Yeah, we got the road, so how's the... Oh yeah, that's much better, the proximity. Not perfect, but the control will be 47. And then once the bailiff is fully employed, it's gonna be even more. We can start also investing into that. Okay, if he still wants to help here. I think I can piece this out already. Okay, let's double check what was the border agreement. So I don't take something that I shouldn't. Okay, this is where I have the cutoff. This I leave for Lithuania. The rest I take. I'm not gonna take this. Could. Is it needed to form Russia? It's not. I mean, part of it is. It's not a priority for us. Let's just make sure to do this. Nice. I don't think I want to feed Sarov with more locations. They have too many already. It's gonna take ages to annex them. No historical stuff to release. So let's release a vassal. And feed them a bit. And Dire of Sov as well. And that's a desync. Annoying. I think this I could leave. There's no rivers to spread. Oh, there is a river. It's not connected. Is there a road in here? If I beat a road to the river, it's gonna spread a little bit of proximity. But I would keep these locations and cover myself, just as it helps me to get into Russia formation, even there's not gonna be much control. And the RGOs, there's wool. It's not bad, but obviously it's not great. And just stop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, join. Looks as this a new age. Some countries are having new flags. It's the new flag of Sweden. This age. New flag for Great Britain. Did French flag change? I don't think it did, right? Now we have the same amount of locations as France. His territory is a bit smaller than mine. Good thing about releasing one more subject in here for the Southern lands. Because I'd rather prioritize Smolensk and Bryansk lands that are closer. There's also no good RGOs outside of Wool. And also no towns and cities. But yeah, there are some also rivers directly flowing to Moscow. Ah, that's Morocco that got disconnected. No, we also have a bit more base tax than Denmark. But it is much smaller. Lithuania has 140, Sweden has 147, we have 250. For example, Georgia is much stronger than us. He's fighting the Ottomans. Okay, let's go. Okay, how many provinces would we take in here? 4 to core. I'll keep it for myself. There's a lot of subjects to annex anyway. Let's get these guys home and let's declare on Smolensk. When we start integrating with this advisor already. And that's gonna take 12 years. I really need another cabinet member, but this is also coming actually in the next month. Okay, that's gonna help. This is also still being done, so my proximity is gonna increase. I need that one more road. I was in here. 96 tickets. Why my income dropped so much? Because I'm fully paying for Diplo. That explains it. Why there's a pause. Ruski Kamekskir. That's an interesting name for the capital. Did the control already fully update here? No, it's still ongoing. It's gonna be more tax based from here. Which that this bailiff is still also filling. So for now it only gives me 4 control instead of 20. That RGO is gonna be some source of income. It's gonna be probably number 3. after Moscow and Novgorod. It might even be on par with Novgorod if I max the RGO, or even higher. My only iron location, the entire country. I need to import some more gold and silver. So let's free some trading here. Wait, where are my manual trades? Didn't I trade it manually? Ah, it was Moscow. Shit. Go automate again. That was Moscow. Let's increase that. Let's increase that. Should make it good enough. It starts working. I know why I suppose. There's no unconditional surrenders going on. Maybe somebody's breaking rules. Somebody is anyone helping Georgia? Wait, is it Hungary? Now what is this relation? Order commander. Ah, because he's a commander, like military order. Like, you know, Livonia and okay, it was like Livonia and the Teutons. I can actually put my guy in there. Merging Cossacks culture. Sure, I don't mind. More marketplaces. Or you know what? Let's save money. And we need to urbanize in here. There are people. Fiber crops, no. Oh yeah, Neva. Neva, yes. It's time to get some sailors. So build ships. We get more crown power. At last. I don't think I'm unlocking docks. Age of Discovery. Oh, there's a free tree in Age of Discovery now. I forgot about it. They changed it now, right? So government reform, local governor in here, RGO size, town rights, cabinet seat, county forum for us. Actually, let's go and focus on that cabinet seat and paved road already. First weird market, maybe, but it was zero, like zero. It was red in the market access. So anything I produced here, like I wasn't producing much because of no market access. It looks weird because there's like 3 markets that are long, so I'll need a market up north later on. But obviously there's not much produced there, and it's my subjects. We've hit 50 at least here. How about I get heavy cavalrymen and I go after Zlewikk? So before that we can save some money on forts, and oh, let's not repay that yet. I did start build that road, or didn't I? I think I did not. And the road to this location. So this is being done. Has to be done, but first let's get that cavalry. When is the money coming? Next year, right? September next year. The tribes would give me manpower. Cossacks would also give manpower. Maybe not a bad idea to start annexing Pskov, to be honest. There's a city there. It's improved relations. It's not a big country as well. That's about to be possible. Since I'm paying for these guys, let's just drill in the meantime. Then I needed a road. Coring finished. Yeah, we should be fine with coring. Well, let's just maybe give that location to Penza, I don't need it. Okay. Let's go. I'll be some troops. I will have to still recruit a bit of levies, but not much. Just decrease the relations so I don't get a stab hit on declaration of the war. This was the river, right? And yeah, this is the start of the river, so I need it here as well. And the river should technically take care of it. Don't cancel annexation, just moved. Okay. Cancel improve relation. But this is already 1500. Plus 1.1 thousand. Keep Moskva. It's another lady on the throne, Ryrikovna. Who is the goddamn heir? Oh, 39. You should die. I can ask her to abdicate. And that's just a bit of prestige. Abdicate now. You're not needed. I was just ahead of my cabinet, so I had to switch. Let's fix the legitimacy quickly. This guy's help. We need a new cabinet member. Ideally from Crown. Not general. From Crown, as you see, not much. But still worth it. Unless this guy's are. Oh, this guy's from the Crown. I'll make this guy ahead of a cabinet. I have to go in here. Gives me 25% crown power. That's fine. That's so I finished the proximity stuff, so I can get another guarantee form. Efficiency of the cabinet. I think the burghers' growth and development of urban locations and progress towards land is my choice in here. And Maria Borowski. It's not that much. Blessed Union. I just pick it, it's fine. Then I need to make sure that this guy is married to someone. Let's grab this. You marry a noble. Just, I don't want to pay legitimacy. Let's get you a royal marriage as well, but I don't have the diplomats, so let's just give you a noble. And then this guy needs to join the order. In Hungarian, his military skill is also military skill. The difference is this gives the religious influence, and this gives the diplo rep. I'm lacking the religious influence. Let's actually go grab this. So his meal skill is now 100. Adult heir. Didn't I just marry him? I guess I can do him a royal marriage later. Okay. This done. Let's go on Smolensk. But I need to embargo them as well. So how about we cancel one of the improved relations? We pay a bit more for Diplo for a while to repay the loan. I will still need to embargo Smolensk to get some money from it. Arrogant. Because that's fine. I can. So I wanted to say 29 crown powers. That's increased. You know, better skill also gives me more crown power. But also proximity. Proximity looks really good now. I can hear max control will be 72 or fully employed Bylif. So we're getting more money from that location. Okay, let's first embargo. This one is 25, so this is below 50 now. And we declare. I'm going to start annexing someone as well. Muscovy. Let's start annexing Muscovy. So I can pay full for it for a while. No, 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 don't give it this privilege. I don't need to keep improving. Oh, he also is industrious, so gives raw materials output. Accession of this guys is 10 years. That's quick. Oh, it's saying 14 years. Okay. See, my culture is barely stronger than Novgorodian. Rise of the nobility. I'm actually taxing on the maximum already. So I can't really take this because yeah, it gives me more max taxation, but it decreases their equilibrium. That's the best choice. The others don't matter. So what I could do, I could take this, but give them additional privilege. That doesn't gives them loyalty, but not much of influence. Like the one that they keep requesting, so elaborated court life. Let's take it. So we'll still tax them. This is not gonna be the maximum, but we're gonna tax them at almost maximum. It's around 50%. Okay. Before we declare, this guy needs a marriage, so go grab it. And now we can declare on Smolensk, and I don't have to pay that much for my diplo. Maybe just a bit more. Okay. I should start also colonizing this province. Because this one is slowly being finished. It doesn't cost me that much as well. We already beat our goal for the session, which was 270. Okay, let's declare that war. They keep allying more people. If we give it a moment, I'll be able to take it. So it's Bryansk, Kasimov, and Kiev. Plus a subject of Kasimov. So I'll definitely need much more of levies. Okay, go grab this. So if they have so many allies, it should be fine to do threaten war. So it gets, you know, it's not like plus 25% cost, but minus 25% cost for conquer. Okay, let's grab levies from locations around. 16,000 should be enough. Okay, go now to this guy. I can put my ruler actually in the stack. Just give me a better bonus to progress towards land. Notice now. Oh yeah, also with this guarantee form, the balance here is actually farther than what I have already. That's what I think. The moment we went speed 3, oh no, that's me! Yeah, I have to restart the game and rejoin. We just hit 1444 by the way, guys. Let's rejoin. The moment I was spinning up the scaling, guys. Should also have pretty cool borders if we finish that war with Bryansk and Smolensk before the end of the session. Surviving? They were dying to that break-free Chinese nation. The last time we've looked. Oh yeah, let's take a look. It was half collapsed in the previous rehost. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that they don't have armies, right? They can still hire mercs. And only the AI is probably hiring a lot of mercs. Should load now. Don't recalculating the cache data. Man. Okay, there we are. Oh yeah, where is that Chinese? They had all of these lands. God damn it, Yuan. And he has less base tax than we do. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I should probably also make sure to put my subjects. Let's maybe wait until I click anything.
Are you in the game, Zlewikk?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Let's not click anything until we get a month tick. Just to minimize a chance of dissing. No commands until then. Okay, let's put these guys to kill their army and make sure the subjects are siege focused. Bryansk has 10,000 armies. Oh. I mean, my subjects are killing them anyway. Yeah, so I just push further. The winter doesn't help. Okay, universities, I don't have money for that yet. But the education of the elites. This is usually the one that I want, but I don't want to decrease the estate's satisfaction in this case. So I really need to tax them to have money. So I might just do education of the court for now. Innovative and humanities also work. But we need money more than the literacy, and the cabinet efficiency is also helpful. With their entire army together. Oh, kill these guys. Go kill them. Come on. So they want this entirety of Smolensk. Plus, I think this locations in Bryansk. Yeah. Instant war score. They're doing actually not bad, my subjects. I mean, yeah, they won. Even outnumbered. Peace out, this guys. I should be able to peace out already, right? Yeah. Go grab whatever we want. Get rid of the levies. Actually, I'm gonna put my army in this location there. The iron to increase its control. Back to low, I mean some spending. Okay, and now all these three guys are integrating, and my estates are building roads again. The antagonism, yeah, the hordes don't like me. That's fine. At this point. 62, 64. Put improve relations. Let's do that. There's no need to get a coalition. And see, we are 249 locations short from Russia. Stop paying for this, stop paying for this. That's a decent amount of money that we are making now. Yeah, 70 ducats a month. That's not bad. We need more marketplaces. Oh no 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 no. Universities, guys. That's who help with the institution as well. Is that the thing? Please don't say it's me. That's not me. Okay, we need it in Moscow, and then we need it in Novgorod. What's the difference between economic base and tax base? It's not that big, because most of our wealth is where we have control and just not investing into this, right? There's absolutely nothing. It's a black hole. So even if it's low control here, that's not that impactful. It's mostly impacts this, right? That's also fine. How many sailors I need for the shittiest boat? 40. I can get some naval buildings, can't I? Didn't I wanted to build a town in Neva, but I didn't. Let's do it soon. Maybe next, after the current queue, we should get the dock. And there's not much you need to invest to get it. I don't need a bark. I just need a shitty ship to put a crown character there. Yeah, Lithuania started scaling finally, 180 tax base. Sweden has 156. This guy's definitely better than me for 120. He won with the Ottomans. Denmark has 170. Yeah, this guy's I shouldn't even check. Poland is, for example, extremely rich compared to us, 770, but poor compared to his western neighbors of Hungary, 1,900, and Bohemia, 2,000. Yeah, Hungary, Byzantium Habsburgs doesn't help. The amount of levies Hungary has, and standing army. Yeah, these guys have a lot. I think the problem is how weak the Mamluks are. He scaled a lot now, actually, from the last time we've checked. But still, he should be stronger at this point. I mean, he's the weakest of the Africans. Carthage has 860 base tax, and Morocco has 1,400. Oh, you see, with that road, I told you, I just needed to build a road to the nearest river, and from that river, it's just spreading by itself. And also from this location it took over, it is spreading by the river. It's not bad distance that I just took. You see, I should also build roads from the river, right, to also get the proximity in here and here. But that's not my priority now with the costs. Instead of any new culture I could accept, because I have the... Yeah, it's Malaysian. And it costs me absolutely nothing because they love me. Should also make it faster to integrate, but I'm just not integrating it yet. So, my control is here 74 now. Some friendly armies. Let's invest into the RGOs. And I want another university, right? I can take it from the money from Mishchain, so 500. Yeah, the more money they have, the more money they give me. And let's also grab... By the way, my equilibrium of stability is 50. Without paying. But I can grab 20 from the commanders. Let's get that these universities. I wanted one in Novgorod. And I wanted one in Tver. And then I think there should be like 2 free libraries. Yeah. This helps with annexation. Like you see, this is 36% I'm getting on Alatyr, and there's 1% bonus I'm getting on Pskov. Do I need another CB? Well, I could grab some more steps, like these guys, for example, before ending the session. Or there's some more influence from this. It's a CV war, but that's not mine. I mean, that's a rebel country. Subjects will handle it. Yes, give me a free university. Well, I'm not gonna pass that beta if I need a CB. There's no chance I pass it. Could be helpful. Let's just do this. And we need a CB on this guys. Kazan. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take over the trade market. And then I assume if I do this, they're gonna agree? No. Okay. And before I declare, let's move our standing army over there. I mean, you know what? There's no need for me to move. My subjects will handle this war. I will let them handle the rebel first. So they have the priorities, and then I'll do it. Let's invest into some more RGOs. It's that one here, right? I don't need to invest that much into it because there's no enough laborers. I need to pay for the force as well. And for the army as well. This one is being colonized, I think. Yeah, I think so. And this one. Gold. Can I get the settlements there? Yes. Just do it anywhere, even if there's not enough peasants. There will be enough peasants at one point. No, it's not worth it. Desync. It might be the end of the session. Oh, it's mostly in the Novgorod lands that we're building the settlements. It's only the Novgorod lands. That's because it's Arctic climate here, so it's, you know. Annex the revolters. And I think we end here, so not even managed to declare that war. Oh, this guy removed, by the way. I didn't know that. Was Bohemia fighting? Oh, it's a collision. Antagonist is just a number. Yeah, I think that's the end. Yeah, that's the end. So we targeted 270 of base tax. Got to 305. So we're doing certainly okay. Let me show you this again. This is where we started the session. Somewhere over here. That's where we ended. Muscovy growing. Then we finally got that. Where is it? Iron location is not even on the list yet. Yeah, I like it. Does the control. I could have gotten the cabinet member to increase the proximity, but I think we're fine. And yeah, halfway through to form Russia. More than halfway through. Yeah, let's try getting Skanderbeg. I need to send a save file to Jarvin. Hopefully he's online. How many years did we play? We've played 32 years. With all these deathings, it shows the power of the daily tick mod. So we probably spent like 30-40% of the time on the rehost and resyncs. Okay, I think anyway this is gonna be the place where we end. Let's see if we can raid someone. Well, let's raid Harry B. Hopefully he continues. He's playing that same MP, by the way, guys. Let's do this. We scale, guys. I think by 1500 we will be relevant in this speed. Raid. Absolute Habibi. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this stream. We'll see each other at the same time next week, which is 7 PM Central European time on Tuesday. And for today, thanks for watching. Bye.
Yeah. And fighting East Anatolia is also really hard with this food situation.